Hi, I'm Stan Goldstein with Kates-Boylston Publications. As part of our KB On the Road live series, I'm happy to be joined by John Baker, Vice President, Strategic Partner Development for National Guardian Life Insurance Company. John, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Stan.
Yeah. Tell us about National Guardian Life Insurance Company and what you offer to your clients.
Well, National Guardian Life, which most people like to call us NGL, short version, was founded in 1909 and is in Madison, Wisconsin. We're a mutual company. Most recently, AM Best upgraded our company to an A, excellent. We've had an A rating with AM Best since 1963. So we've been a long time player in the life insurance business, and as a mutual company, basically we exist to pay claims for our policy owners when they pass away.
And as you just said, the company was started in 1909. So if my math is right, 112 years it's been going strong. What have been the keys to success over all those years?
I think the most important thing that National Guardian Life has done is focus on the owners of the company, which in a mutual company are the policy owners. So we exist for the policy owners. We make sure that their needs are met. We have diversified through the years. One of the things that we do primarily is pre-need, but we have other lines of business that we work in, and we serve people. Majority of what we do, helping people in their senior years and finding a way to end well.
And you were telling me you've been in the funeral service industry for 31 years. Tell us what you've learned and where you started and when you started with NGL.
Yep. So 31 years ago, I wasn't in the funeral business. Like a lot of folks who are in funeral service, they got into the business the natural way from their parents. I came to work for a funeral company back in the late 80s and was hired as a computer programmer. Actually worked in the IT department and moved along through the company. Pre-need was one of the businesses that they were starting at the time. And so because I had some sales experience, I evolved into taking care of that line of business for the funeral home and learned a lot in those years.
And what made you join NGL? How did that come about?
Well, I'd worked for another insurance company prior to NGL, and about 8 years ago, there was an opening and NGL approached me, asked me if I was interested in joining the team. So I joined as a regional vice president of sales, and then in January of 2020 was promoted to vice president, strategic business partnerships. Basically, I work with our customers to help them do business with NGL.
Okay. And I guess you've enjoyed that the past 8 years.
I have. It's a great company. We have a unique relationship with our marketing partners, the organizations that sell our insurance products in the pre-need space. They work with funeral homes. The funeral homes are their customers, and of course, the funeral homes customers are those people who pre-arrange their funerals and they buy their policies, NGL policies from them. So there's a long line of relationships, and we're very passionate about maintaining those good relationships with our customers.
And last year, tell us about how the pandemic affected your business.
Well, I mentioned I started out in the technology world, and the technology world has changed a lot. But one of the things that we found, or we all felt a little bit like, was that pre-need and funeral service in general was coming of age with technology. And with the pandemic happening and people having stay-at-home orders, the traditional pre-need sale has kind of been a kitchen table sale across the kitchen table from Mr. and Mrs. Jones, for example. Those people would be together in the same room. They would discuss their needs and their plans, and the agent or the funeral director would write all of that up, and everything would be done. And now when we couldn't get together like that, people couldn't come to a funeral home, the virtual aspect, just like what we're doing now and the way the convention is going to happen, evolved. I mean, probably the best motivator for technology for this space has been the pandemic, because we had to adapt. You know, we found out immediately, and I believe I can go back and look at the sales chart and tell you when it happened, but April became the month of quiet. You know, we went from having the best first quarter, almost the best first quarter in the history of NGL in pre-need sales, to the worst month ever in the history of NGL pre-need sales.
Wow.
The month of April just went to zero. And while everyone worked to adapt to working virtually, to meeting with families over the Zoom meeting or the WebEx or whatever it was, and then trying to regain the confidence. You know, this is a relationship business for a funeral home to their customers, and a great level of trust is needed and must be afforded in order for that to take place. So we had to reestablish how that would work in a virtual environment. I'm happy to report that we were able to accomplish that, and our marketing partners that we work with were able to accomplish that. And we didn't get back to normal, but we got back to what the new normal might be, you know, a couple of months later. So.
And how many people get in contact with you or NGL?
Well, our website, www.nglic.com. You can go to our website, find out more about us there. My personal email is jwbaker, B-A-K-E-R, @nglic.com.
Okay. John, thank you very much for joining us on the KB on the Road series. And we'll be seeing you down the road. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.